All right, so let's work through a few of your consecutive integer problems for homework tonight. Okay, remember your homework problems were problem 1 through 9 to finish your notes. Start with problem number 1. The sum of 3 consecutive integers is 282. Okay, it doesn't say consecutive even or odd, so we're going to start with n plus 1, and n plus 2. When I combine those together, I get 3n plus 3, and that's going to equal 282. Subtract my 3. And then divide by 3. And n equals 93. Okay, 93, remember the one that you find is always the first one. So 93 is the first one, and that will be followed by 93 plus 1, which is 94, and 93 plus 2, which is 95. The problem asks for the middle integer only, so your final answer is just 94. For problem number 2, I'm not going to work the entire thing out, but I'm going to get you started. The sum of 4 consecutive integers, so that will be n plus 1, n plus 2, and n plus 3. It asks for the smallest one. Remember, the one you find is always the smallest. Moving on to problem number 3, the sum of 4 consecutive odd integers. So that's going to be n plus 2, n plus 4, and n plus 6. Add those up. That gives me a sum of 4n. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. First step is going to be to subtract our 12. And then we're going to divide by 4. And that gives us 81 as our first. It asks for the largest. So 81 followed by 83, 85, and 87. So our largest integer would be 87. Okay, you're going to use the same symbols for consecutive even. So but it's 3, so it'd be n plus 2, and n plus 4. Okay, number 5, number 6, and number 7 are a little bit different. They ask to find 4 consecutive integers such that the sum of the first and the fourth is negative 35. So right here with 4 consecutive integers, n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3, but it only wants the sum of the first and the fourth. So here's my first and here's my fourth. So that gives me 2n plus 3 is going to equal negative 35. So 2n would equal negative 38. And n is going to equal negative 19. They are just consecutive, so it's negative 19, negative 18, negative 17, and negative 16. Three consecutive integers, n plus 1, and n plus 2, the sum of the second and the third, so you will be putting these two together. Four consecutive integers, so n plus 1, n plus 2, and n plus 3, the sum of the second and the fourth, so you will be putting these two together. Number 8 is just 3 consecutive integers, so that's n plus 1, and n plus 2. Number 9 is 5 consecutive odd, so n plus 2, n plus 4, n plus 6, and n plus 8. So remember on these, you're simply totaling them up. So like right here on number 8, that will be 3n plus 3 is going to equal 108. And down here on number 9, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5n plus 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20, equals negative 305. That should at least get you started on your homework for tonight.